In this video, we'll learn how to import a skeleton created using Spine Unity 4.3 into Unity 6. If you haven't installed Spine Unity yet, please check the Spine Unity runtime documentation before you continue. We'll cover three main steps: exporting Spine assets, importing them into Unity, and handling common errors. So let's get started. To export skeleton data from Spine, select Export from the main menu. When exporting skeleton data, you can choose between JSON and binary formats. JSON is human-readable and easy to inspect yourself, making it safer for beginners, so we'll select that. Choose your output folder, then check Pack and open Pack settings. When exporting for Unity, the Atlas file extension must be atlas.txt, so be sure to modify the extension accordingly. In the output section, choose how to handle alpha channels. Whether you check Premultiply alpha or bleed will determine the workflow you adopt. I'll use a straight alpha workflow that easily matches Unity's default settings, so I'll check bleed, confirm the settings, and then click export. You should now see files like these in your output folder. Let's import the exported files into Unity. Drag them into a Unity project with Spine Unity installed. Unity will create three assets automatically: Atlas asset, material asset, and skeleton data asset. If the settings in the exported files are incorrect or incompatible with your Unity project's configuration, errors may occur at this stage. Let's take a look at the dialogues you might encounter. If you use Premultiply alpha instead of bleed, Unity may show this error. Premultiply alpha is the default setting in the Spine editor because it offers several advantages over straight alpha textures exported using bleed. However, since Unity's default color space has changed from gamma to linear in new projects, this error has become more common. PMA textures are not compatible with linear color space, so you must switch to gamma color space if you wish to use them. Keep in mind that the color space setting applies to your entire Unity project, not just the skeleton. For details on the differences between the two color spaces, gamma and linear, please refer to the documentation. This dialog appears when the texture you imported does not match the preset configured in Spine Preferences. If you ignore this warning and continue, the texture and material settings will be incorrect. This can cause unwanted artifacts when the skeleton is displayed. To check your import settings, open Preferences from the Edit menu, then select Spine on the left and review the settings under Auto Import Settings. Since version 4.3, you can easily change your workflow settings using the Switch Texture Workflow button. If you're using version 4.2 or older, manually adjust the Atlas texture settings parameter in the Additive Material, Multiply Material, and Screen Material to match your workflow. If some textures were imported using the wrong presets, like importing PMA textures while a straight alpha preset was active, they need to be fixed. If such a combination is detected, in addition to displaying a dialog, a log like this will also be output to the console. The simplest way to delete the imported files is to switch to the correct preset and re-import them. But you can also fix them manually. For straight alpha textures, enable sRGB color texture and alpha is transparency in the Texture 2D inspector and set the material to straight alpha texture. For PMA textures, disable those options instead. If your settings appear correct, but something looks off or an error occurs, our previously published video Import Troubleshooting may be helpful. And that's it. Please note that this video simplifies the workflow specifically for beginners. Depending on your project requirements, different settings may be preferable in a production environment. For example, in this video, we exported the skeleton in JSON format, but for production, you'll want to use binary exports instead, as they're smaller and load faster. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them anytime on the Spine forum.